Hello everybody, here is a solution to the color masking problem which I'm going to program live so you can watch me make mistakes and fix bugs and all that. So I've started by making a copy of one of the color filters. So here I am taking my image provider and I'm getting the blue, red, green, and alpha channels, which I'm saving into two-dimensional arrays of shorts. Then I'm creating a whole bunch of new arrays that are going to store the output colors. And actually, I guess since I'm masking to black and white, this is already wrong. I want my output not to be color, but I want my output to be black and white. So now I'm going to call this new image, and it's just going to be a short, and these are going to be values between 0 and 255 that are grayscale values. Actually, really just black and white. All right, so the whole idea is we're going to loop through all of the pixels and compare the color value of each pixel to some target color value, and if it's close enough, we'll make it white, and if it's not, we'll make it black. So I guess first, let's define our target red, target green, and target blue. So I'll do integer.parseInt, j option pane, show input dialog, enter how much red in target color, 0 to 255. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing for green and blue. And now I want to loop over all the pixels in the image. So I'll loop over all the rows. Row is less than height because row is like is sort of an up-down measure. And then column is less than width. And height and width only work because we defined them here. Ordinarily you would, oh, blue, I guess that's okay because all these are the same size. All right, so I'm looping over all the pixels. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get out each color. This is maybe an unnecessary number of temporary variables, but I'm gonna get red as red at row call. You know, this is an unnecessary number of temporary variables. So I'm just going to compute the color distance. So color distance equals compute color distance. So I'm going to write this method. And I'm going to get the color distance between my target red, target green, and target blue, and the red array at row call, the green array at row call, and the blue array at row call. So I'm passing in red, green, and blue values for one point and for a second point. What did I call these? Oh, target, all right. Target R, target G, and target B. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and create this helper method now. So here it is. I want this to be R, G, and B. So this is just the distance formula. So I'm going to make the difference in red coordinates is going to be target red minus red. The difference in green coordinates is target green minus green. The difference in blue coordinates equals target blue minus blue. And now I want to return the square root of the red difference squared plus the green difference squared plus the blue difference squared. All right, cool. So that's computing my color distance. And now I just want to apply a threshold. So if color distance is less than threshold, then I'll assign new image at row column. So let's see, less than threshold means that my color is close to the target color. So that means I would want to assign 255, which is white. Otherwise, I would want to assign 0, which is black. You know, let's eliminate all the magic numbers. All right, white, black, and threshold. So let's create some constants. So this is just creating them at the top. All right, so white is 255, black is 0. For my threshold value, you know what, let's not make threshold a constant, let's actually ask the user for the threshold. I kind of like that better. Let's make it a double. Really, there's probably no reason to make it a double. Let's make it an int. Let's make it a double. Okay, so actually it shouldn't be 255. So 0 is what we'll get if, excuse me, the colors are exactly the same. If we have two maximally different colors, let's think about what the largest thing it could be is. So color distance. So if they're maximally different, then this difference is going to be as large as possible, and 255 is the largest difference possible. So it's going to be the square root of 255 squared plus 255 squared, etc. Let's just find out what that is real quick. So 255 squared times 3, and then square root of that. So really 441.6, it seems like, is the largest. So 442. Alrighty. What's happening here? Oh. Has this fixed it? Great. Alright, so now I'm getting a threshold. And then I don't want to set colors. Instead, I want to set black-white image as new image. And then we'll display it. Okay, great. I think that's working. So let's do this. All right, let's open an image. I think I'll open this butterfly image. First, let's try and mask white, and then let's maybe try and mask this gold color. So I'm going to do color masking. So let's see, white would be 255 in red, 255 in green, 255 in blue. And let's make my threshold, oh, I don't know, let's make it 100. Cool, so that seems like it's definitely masked the white of the petals. Maybe 100 was too permissive because we're getting white up here. So let's try it again. Color masking, so 255, 255, 255, and we'll make it 30. So 30 maybe wasn't quite enough. Oops. Color masking. Let's make it 70. Okay, well, interesting. So I just wanted to point out really quickly, I specifically, when I wanted to test my filter to see if it worked, I specifically chose an image where there were regions that I thought had unique colors that would be very easy to test for. A mistake I think a lot of beginners make is your test cases are too complicated. And this probably isn't even really the best test case. Really, if I wanted to do it right, I would probably construct my own image that had a couple of boxes of different known colors so that I could be very clear about what was happening. But this has provided at least a gut level check that this seems to be working okay. All right, so what if I wanted to mask this sort of gold color? I think we got to open this in a Paint program, so let's do that. So here I am in the file system. I like to use paint.net, but really I think Paint or anything else would probably work just fine. So for paint.net, how in fact do I do a color sample? So I'm going to use this color picker, and I'm just going to click here, and boy, maybe I should have done this before I videoed it. All right, so we've got this color more. Okay, great, here we go. So it's told me the red, green, and blue of that gold color, so I'm seeing 255, 190, 40. All right, so let's try that. 255, 190, 40. Oh, oops. So we'll say 255 for red, 190, and 40, and we'll make the threshold 70. Hey, that's worked really nicely. So that's really picked off the butterfly. Okay, great. I hope this was helpful.